Does Texas A&M's loss to Appalachian State dampen this matchup at all?
It does nationally, absolutely. And, I mean, that's just evidenced by the fact that all offseason College GameDay planned on being in College Station this weekend. Reese Davis said as much. George Sedano, who's, a Miami guy, he produced a segment on, or created and produced, and, was in there interviewing Mario Cristobal. He's already tweeted that out. A couple staffers for ESPN's GameDay leaked it that they were going to go to College Station and quickly deleted those tweets. But you can move fast, but you're not going to move faster than everybody. Now, I didn't see it immediately, but I did see some of the screenshots where they were all that. And then they go and lose to Appalachian State at home. And then all of a sudden, we're waiting on the announcement. I was like, they're waiting to put this out because they're not coming. Like, I don't know where else they're going to go. They're like, well, we're going to go to Boone, North Carolina for App State Troy instead. Right. And so, again, this was previously planned for months that they were going to College Station. They find a way to lose and look like that, only possessing the ball for 18 minutes, 37 seconds of the ball game, while Appalachian State held the ball, the balance of that, so 41 minutes and some change. And then they're like, you know what? It's early in the season. We were going to go there. They fumbled the ball and dropped the game, and we're going to go to Boone, North Carolina instead. So from a national standpoint, absolutely. I know ESPN was looking for a top 15 matchup, borderline top 10. If some other teams would have lost and we would have looked maybe a little bit better against Southern Miss, that could have been a top 10 game. You're telling me that ESPN doesn't want, and again, this has already been announced as a 9:00 kick game, right? So 8:00 Central Time, so College Station time, 8:00 kick, 9:00 Eastern, already ESPN prime time. You have everything set for that. And now all of a sudden, instead of bookending that with game day early, kickoff late, now they're taking game day on the road to the mountains of North Carolina. That invariably changes things because, it just having game day, having big noon kickoff, having Fox Sports 1's pregame show, whatever they do, having any of those shows on site for a game elevates that game. And like it, love it, hate it, whatever, College GameDay is still the high watermark for those games, right? For those pregame shows. So removing that, yeah, it does change the exterior kind of cachet, right? And just the way that Texas A&M looked. But for those of us who are, associated with or root for or whatever, University of Miami or Texas A&M University, agricultural and mechanical, no, this doesn't dampen anything. And again, we're going to be 10 toes down. We're going to be here for all these kind of things. But look, this is a huge test for Mario Cristobal and company. You're looking for proof of concept. You're looking for a step forward. And quite honestly, you're looking to see that he wins or they win a game like this that previous coaches couldn't find a way to, especially on the road, right? And then for Jimbo, look, Jimbo pockets straight. Y'all can talk all y'all want to talk. That man got that fully guaranteed contract. They're going to run him all of his money. But it's curious because their offense is stuck in 1973. And they have all kinds of talent. I heard on the Solid Verbal, Dan Rubenstead said they've had however many 4- and 5-star receivers since he's been there. Not a single one has been drafted in the NFL draft. And this is the thing that I've been talking about since Jimbo was at Florida State. Absent a generational, and seriously generational quarterback and one of the most devastating running backs that we've seen in the last 20 years, and that'd be Jameis Winston and Dalvin Cook. Absent that, his offenses are decidedly average. Probably a little bit below average considering the talent that you have. And he's a 8-4, 9-3 coach when he doesn't have these Heisman Trophy winners. This guy in Dalvin Cook where you say, look, this is a close game against Miami. We're going to give the ball to number 4. It could be on a punt return. It can be on a swing pass. It could be on a tunnel screen. It could be on a handoff. It could be on a pitch, toss, whatever. We're going to give the ball to number 4. And number 4 is better than anybody that they have, and we're going to win. Absent those guys, his offense isn't like that. And I know that that's the chatter I've been reading. Good Bull, or let me say it right. What is the name of this site? Good Bull Hunting, the Texas A&M. Yeah, goodbullhunting.com. That's the Texas A&M SB Nation blog. They've had a lot of good stuff. I was in the middle of reading one thing right there. But yeah, they were talking about that even just with, Jimbo Fisher's offense just being, I mean, I would call it extra regular, but that would actually be an insult to extra regularity. You know what I mean? So, but from all sides, like, I mean, it's going to get early or going to get late early for Jimbo if they lose this game and they're 1-2 and losing 2 in a row at home. And for Mario Cristobal, it's going to be, if Miami goes in there and loses, depending on how it looks, it's not going to get late early for him, i.e. like, towards firing or anything, but it will be a clear mother may I 2-3 steps back, especially on the way that Texas A&M looked last week. So again, for the outside, from the outside national perspective, yeah, this game lost some of its luster when Miami was kind of average against, or utilitarian against Southern Miss, and then Texas A&M loses. But for those of us, connected with this game, absolutely not. We're all, we're here and ready for action.